Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Today we're going to have a big channel update. Let's get into it. Let's talk all about it. I'm going to bring you guys in on what's been happening behind the scenes for the channel. If you've noticed, there has not been a lot of videos on the channel in the past like 10 days or so, or whenever you're seeing this. I think the 7th was the last gameplay video I did in August. Then the gaming news episode comes out on the 17th, so there's like a big lull in between. Now you guys usually know I don't take that big of a break ever. Maybe twice a year I'll do that, where I'll take a little break. I usually let you guys know, but honestly there hasn't been really any games that I'm super excited to play. I am, and you know me, like if I love a game, I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to play it. You guys can tell when I'm excited about a game and when I'm really not. And then I really don't like to play games that I'm not like excited to play. The only thing that's coming out that I'm really excited to play is August 22nd. Fort Solis is coming out. That's with Troy Baker, Roger Clark from Red Dead Redemption, Troy Baker from everything else. So I will be playing that on the channel. I'm also going to be taking a little bit of a step back over until October. I will still be uploading. I'll try and find something in September to play. If I'm done with Fort Solis, I will look for something else to play that might not take as long to play as a big game. I know Fort Solis is like a smaller game, so videos might be a little sporadic until the cacophony of AAA games that are being released in October. We've got Spider-Man 2, we've got Alone in the Dark, we've got Alan Wake 2. Now, you know every year on Halloween I do a special makeup cosplay, video game makeup cosplay, and I have one coming up that I'm also working on, that I've already started getting the fabrics for, made my design, got my concept all down, but I haven't started that yet. But at least I just wanted to let you guys know there is something coming on Halloween. I have the idea, I have the concept, I have everything in the works ready here. I just have to hit play and start. That's going to be Halloween coming up on the channel, besides the 3 games dropping in October. As you know, Bitch on a Budget Productions is always working behind the scenes. That's where my lab is, where I do all my cosplay stuff, my design, my sewing, my hot gluing, my who knows what else. Like I do all my creations for my cosplays for Bitch on a Budget Productions is done behind the scenes. Guys, I had so much trouble uploading my last makeup cosplay. My computer was going through the gigs. I had so much more behind the scenes stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. It just was not happening. I had to go with what I had, only a couple of shots and videos of behind the scenes stuff. Okay, that was just beyond my control. My computer was going through the gigs. I appreciate you guys, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys weren't here, I wouldn't be here. So I will always make video game content for you guys. But I also want to kind of branch out and also do, not in place of, but also do at the same time, really start doing more for my makeup cosplays and sewing passion. I don't know, like literally 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I did not know how to sew on a button. And now I am making full-fledged costumes, gowns, headpieces. Like I've really it just inspired me. Video games just inspired me so much to start creating and bringing these concepts to life and designing these concepts and bringing them to life, which I never thought was possible. I had never arted nor crafted in my life. I never sewed on a button. I didn't know what I was doing. So it just kind of snowballed, and now I really, really love it. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to attempt to start my own little side project, a side business doing sewing. Okay, since I absolutely love it, I love doing it so much. You always know the budget is always low or non-existent for my cosplays and my stuff. So my accountant came to me, my CFO came to me, and she said, "Girl, you cannot go on like this. You're spending too much money on these cosplays. You need to make some money, girl. You better make some money, honey." My co-hosts, I have to pay them salaries. I have to pay into their 401ks. Cookie and Daisy do not work for free. So what I'm trying to do is start a small business, selling maybe on Etsy, trying to sell some of my creations. You know, I love chokers. Chokers are always like my signature pieces in my cosplays. I'm going to start doing some chokers. I'm going to start doing some wrist cuffs, some bracelets, and I'm going to start doing some headbands, headpieces, some alt looking stuff like maybe some, always faux leather, always faux leather, always faux suede, never anything made from animals, always going cruelty free here on the channel. So making some spikes, some spiked collars, some rhinestone collars, rhinestone bracelets, spiked bracelets, also doing some hair bows, maybe some alt hair bows, and some faux vinyl hair bows, some faux vinyl pieces, big hair scrunchies. I'm gonna start with that. So that's gonna be my main focus starting out. Really excited about it. That's where I have been. I have been in full production trying to get up some kind of inventory to show you guys, but I kind of need your help. Now, I have started with 99% of what I already have left over from my projects with all the fabrics that I have. So I'm trying to use up everything I have here already before I go into buying fabrics. And I always still try and buy stuff when it's on sale, like the fabrics when they're having like holiday sales. And even if I don't use it right away, I know I'm going to use it eventually. So that's what I kind of do. I wait for the sales and I buy. But I cannot keep using my kitchen table. So I destroyed my kitchen table. That was where I was working, because there was like no room for anything here. I don't have a proper setup. I don't have a proper anything, but I do now. So I waited until these two tables were on sale. If you notice, like there is like the reveal is going to come in a second. I'm going to show you guys in a minute. I finally was able to get these two tables to actually work from. I have an actual sewing table. I have an actual like huge quilter's table. What it's called is like, so it's a big enough table. Like I was putting my fabric on the floor to cut it. It was ridiculous. I had nowhere to put this stuff. I wasn't working proper. Every time I put fabric on the floor, the dogs would climb on it and lay on it. They thought it was a blanket. I mean, I couldn't do anything. It was a mess. My kitchen table is destroyed between the hot glue and the ironing and like the hot glue and the cutting and the rotary cutting the fabrics. Mess, a total mess. Because I usually work with big pieces, so it's not really easily to fit. So my quilter's table has a giant table. I'm going to show you guys. The table itself is a big measuring board, so I can measure stuff more easily. I have a place to lay out my fabric so I could cut it and put my patterns out. So instead of I was doing it on the floor, there was nowhere else big enough to put it. So now I can do my patterns on the table and keep my sewing machine on a table, a real sewing table, and drawers to put my things in, and stuff to put all my supplies. And I have like a dedicated workspace. So I have two tables. One's going to be for sewing and cutting fabrics and putting out patterns and doing all my projects. For the side stuff, like the hair bows, the hair ties, the collars, the chokers, the bracelets, headbands, all that stuff. So I'm really excited about it. But now I'm even more excited because they finally went on sale, these tables, like almost like 60% off. So I was able to get them. And I'll have a place where I can hot glue my stuff, my projects, rhinestone my stuff, put my pieces together, dedicated space for that, and a dedicated space just for sewing, cutting, measuring, for cutting out patterns, all that stuff. So I'm really, really excited. So what I've been doing the past 2 weeks or so is working on getting some of that stuff done with what I have here. But for what I need to do, I don't have the stuff. I'm going to get up all my inventory first, what I have and what I need to make to launch this side business, this side project. I need to get it all done so I have pictures of stuff to show you guys of what it is, and I need a little help with that. So now I know there's Throne out there, and Throne is like where you can like send people stuff. It's like a safe for the content creators' privacy and the people who want to send them stuff, their privacy. But I'm not really like 100% sold on that. What I decided to do was start an Amazon wish list. Now, of course, I have a Patreon. If you guys wanted, you could always support me on Patreon, but not everybody wants to get locked into like a monthly payment, even if it's $1. Like it's a lot, and it's a lot to ask of people. Sometimes you just want to throw me a tip and don't want the, like to be like locked in every month, okay, which I totally get. So what I decided to do is start like an Amazon wish list where you can actually see the products that I'm getting is going directly to Bitch on a Budget Productions and Bitch on a Budget Creations. I haven't decided yet on all. I might keep it separate. Bitch on a Budget Productions might just be my makeup cosplay videos, and Bitch on a Budget Creations might just be my side business for the sewing and crafting stuff that I'm gonna want to sell. So Amazon wish list, you can see exactly what I need, and you know it's going directly towards the business, and you guys can help me, support me that way. It's all stuff for the makeup cosplays, it's all stuff for sewing projects, it's for both. It's for the makeup cosplays and it's for the side business what I'm trying to launch. And also, the one thing I love about that is that my privacy is safe and your privacy is safe, because if you send me something from my Amazon wish list, it comes to me from Amazon, not from you and where you live, and it doesn't go, you don't see where I live, and you know my private information, you don't see that, but you know it's for me, it's from me. With these stuff that I need, like fabrics, like stuff to put the studs in, the grommets that you use that to put studs, and like snaps in the projects and the clothes and the items I'm going to make. So all the stuff I'm making, it's going to go towards that. If you want, you're like, you know what, I might not have $1 a month to send you, or I don't want to get involved in Patreon, I'm not a fan of Patreon. You can send me stuff directly, and you can write like a little note. If you want to do that, you can, or if not, you don't have to. You can be completely anonymous if you want to send me something from my wish list. Like I said, it's all there. I think there's like maybe 2 wigs on there, but it's mainly all fabrics, final product, faux leather stuff. There's a lot of rhinestones on there, like a lot of, like I got like almost every color of rhinestones on there. The pearlized rhinestones on there as well, because I'm going to be doing a lot of rhinestoning and gluing that kind of stuff down for these items. So like a bag of them might be $5, it might be $7. Like you can send me that. Like that would be like such a huge help to me, because there's so much stuff that I need and I really could use the help. Now, you don't have to. This is not, obviously, I'm not saying if you don't, I'm going to know who does. I would appreciate any and all help. I'm not expecting, anything from you guys, but I just want to let you know that it's out there if you guys want to help support me. I'm going to put the wish list, the Amazon wish list link in these videos and the videos going forward. Can't start the process because if you're starting a business, you have to start LLC, you have to start, there's lots of like legal documents, you need like a website, like there's all that startup costs that I really, don't have right now. And if I add all that other stuff onto it, it's going to be like impossible, but it's not necessary. If you do want to help support me, I would appreciate it so very much. Like I said, the nothing on the list is over $55. There's one thing on the list for $55. Everything else is less than that. I mean, it's like not even close. It's like from $5 and the one item for $55, and that's the highest price item on there. I thought it would be like the perfect setup because it's safe for you to send me stuff, keep your privacy safe, it keeps my privacy safe, and you can still help support me. If you love my makeup cosplays, or if you like my makeup cosplays and appreciate all the work I put into them, if you do support me by buying stuff on the Amazon wish list, I'm going to have like a credit, like at the end of every video, I have like a thank you for all my Patreons and I list all their names. I can put like a credits list of people who supported me from the wish list. We can do that. Now I'm going to walk you through my setup and these tables I put together myself. And I lost a nail. Look at this. Oh my God, this looks horrible. I have got to get this fixed. So I've never put together furniture for anything ever. Okay. So, but I did the last like 2 days, like a couple over the weekend I did it. I spent the entire day, like the quilter's table. Putting together that table took about 10 hours. Because with these nails, it's hard to work with the teeny tiny little screws there was like 1,000 teeny tiny little screws that had to go into the desk. It was a mess trying to put it together for a long time. That one took 10 hours. The other sewing table, the smaller sewing table, took about 7 hours. That wasn't as bad, maybe 6 hours. Because I never put anything together, so I was really taking my time. I was afraid if I didn't do it right, the whole thing was going to collapse. Luckily, so far, so good. Knock on wood, everything is fine. You can see from here, it's all gone. All my collector's edition boxes are gone, not the stuff that was in them. But I did like to collect them. The only one I did keep was the Days Gone one, because it's the only Days Gone we're ever going to get, and that game just has my heart. So I refuse to throw out the box for Days Gone. I still have that. That's going to go up somewhere. I have that saved. I'm just trying to add to really get organized so I can really get serious about doing this, and I will still be working on the channel. Like I said, I'm going to still try and do every other day. If I need to take some time to work on orders, if there are any, like hopefully you guys will like it, and hopefully I'll be able to get that off the ground as well. So I'm still going to be doing videos. I appreciate any and all help and support you guys give me. I appreciate you guys so very much. So now let me give you a little tour of my new official sewing room for Bitch on a Budget Creations / Bitch on a Budget Productions. Let's give you a little tour. All right, so this is my crafting, rhinestoning, hot gluing station, a dedicated space for it. So this is, it pulls out. I'll show you when you can collapse it so it can fit nicely in the little corner there. It's got 4 drawers and I have some stuff in it. Let me give you a quick peek on the top. There, it's a big working space, so I'm able to, sorry if it's really close, I just have like no room. But let me just show you a little bit what's in the drawers here. This is not sponsored, by the way. This is filled to the brim with some fabrics. This is some extra fabrics that I have been working on. This is a bunch of extra fabric. Here's all the extra fabric from my Headlander cosplay that I have. All these scraps I'm going to reuse. I absolutely love this fabric and I'm definitely don't want to throw it away. Sometimes with these cosplays, you never know how much you need. So I always try and reuse everything I have somewhere, somehow. I don't like to let things go to waste. And I'll show you collapsed, what it looks like. Okay, so now that's what it collapses and what it looks like. So it fits like, oh, it fits perfectly. Doesn't take up a lot of room, and I only have to like take up room when I need to work on it. So it really helps that it collapses and it's able to be stored kind of easily. Now let me show you this. This is the Sullivan's sewing table. What I'm showing you now is the Sullivan's quilting table, not sponsored. Here is my beautiful Sullivan's Quilters table here. This all expands out. I'm going to show you in a minute, but when you're not using it, it can be pushed back away easily, neatly. I really, really love it. There's Miss Sebastian, my new sewing machine. She has been going through the gigs. I've been putting her through a lot. There's Miss Denise. She is on board. And this I wanted to hang up here. This was from my my Brutal Legend Couture, Cathedral Couture look. Here, there, you can see it there. I want to get a close-up of it so you can see all the hard work that went into it that you really couldn't tell from the video. All right, this was the belt piece that I had. I just wanted you to see all the pearlized stones. This is the work I did. I mean, it's going to go somewhere else. I just hung it up so I wouldn't forget to put it up here. So you can see all the glittering pearlized stones. It really looks gorgeous. All the detail that went into it. This is the kind of stuff that I want to do because I love rhinestoning stuff and I love like studying stuff. So it's going to be really cute when stuff I'm coming up with. I will share works in progress when it gets a little closer to when I'm getting ready to launch whatever. So that's from the Drowning Doom merchandise from Drowned Ophelia and Brutal Legend. That's where I got it from. Here's the glittering. It's just so gorgeous. The iridescent pearlized stones that I used. So, and the black stones also. Let me just give you a close-up of Miss Sebastian, my sewing machine. I usually use the big spools of thread. It's cheaper to use the big spools of thread, and that's just, if you use it, you have to use like one of these little stands so your thread doesn't get caught. Here's some threads, some chalk for outlining patterns, my pins, my binder, my wonder clips, and the light because my eyes were so bad. So I needed a new prescription, but that light helps until the new prescription comes in. My scissors. Also on the side here, it's good. I'm able to keep my little mini ironing board for a lot of stuff. If I need to put interfacing and stuff and I need to fuse it to the fabric, I also need to iron a lot of stuff before I start working on it so nothing looks wrinkled. Here's all my cutting boards. Here's all the different measurements and the rulers. There's stuff in the drawers. Here's just my elastics for like headbands or belts or whatever. All my other threads. This was the extra stuff that came in the sewing machine when I bought it, like different sewing feet and my bobbin cases for all the bobbins that have to go in, extra thread, extra elastic, all that good stuff. Okay, I'm going to give you like a little sneak peek on something that I am working on for a non-video game cosplay that's coming up. This top part, that's for something coming up. I'm going to show you a little sneak peek. It's not video game related, and that's going to come out to be determined for whenever I have a moment to not work on stuff. So that's something that won't be coming for a while. That's just where I'm keeping my muslin fabric. That's to do mock-ups of patterns before I actually cut out the fabric so I don't waste any fabric. And this is a mess. Okay. All right, this is where I'm keeping some of my faux vinyl fabrics up there. That's something else I'm working on, like a gold glitter vinyl. My ironing for my, of course it's blue because you know I love blue. This is also for a non-video game sewing makeup cosplay that is not coming for a while, to be determined, because it was on sale. I bought it when it was on sale, but I'm not going to be using it for a long time, but you're getting a sneak peek of that and the other one. So that's where I can keep a bunch of big stuff out of the way, and we can extend this table right here. So that's it, guys. That is all of my stuff that I was able to get. So I have a dedicated working space to work on all these projects and to work on getting all my inventory up. If you can, check out my Amazon wish list. I'm going to link it below. I'm going to link it on every video coming up going forward. So if you can, I'd really appreciate it. If not, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you being here, watching, being subscribed, and sharing and liking these videos. I appreciate you guys so very much. So thanks so much for watching. I'll be back with more.